नज़र को बदलो तो नज़रिया बदल जाता है, नज़र को बदलो तो नज़रिया बदल जाता है, सोच को बदलो तो सितारे बदल जाते हैं। कश्तियाँ बदलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, कश्तियाँ बदलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, दिशा को बदलो किनारे खुद ब खुद बदल जाते हैं।
Welcome to Jaycees podcast show, chapter number 3. Today we have with us another star alumni of the Jaycees family. She completed her class 12 with PCM stream in the year 2011. She completed her master's degree in food sciences from the University of Melbourne. And currently giving her services as a product portfolio manager in Sydney, Australia itself. She also excelled in dance, performing in many of the big reality shows including Dance Plus and So You Think So You Can Dance, and choreographing many of the big dance shows. Not creating much of suspense, we welcome Rashi Shridhar. Ma'am, welcome ma'am.
Hello ma'am, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
We're really delightful to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Good. Ma'am, as you have spent much of your time here in Jaycees, how did Jaycees as an institution facilitated in nurturing the roots of such a successful career of yours?
I've spent majority of my schooling in Jaycees. The way that it has nurtured is obviously the program that they had for co-curricular activities, the cultural activities, and also the study system. It was really, really good. I got very big support from the principal back then, Mr. Nanwal, and he's also helped me grow in my fluency in English, how I study, the challenges and the competition at that time that we had between the students as well. It was a very, very crucial time. And then from a dance perspective, I believe that I did a lot of dance competitions interstate, inter-school, into everything. So it did help me a lot.
What do you think is the basic difference between Indian education system and Australian education system?
I think Indian education system is more technical, more study-oriented and more theory-based. But in Australia, this is what I've seen. It's more skill-based, it's more practical-based. That is the major difference.
So were there any obstacles that you faced studying in Australia as an Indian student?
Lots. As an Indian student, obviously there's not saying that there is a barrier in the language. You can speak English, but there's a barrier in the accent. Sometimes you don't understand the accent. The kind of the structure of study that they had was very different from here. It's not based on the competitiveness of the exam. It's mostly based off the knowledge that you've got and also based off the physical skills that you can incorporate in your studies.
Is there any stigma attached to the Indian students when that we see around India that Indian students in a foreign country like Australia are not treated the way they should be? Have you felt any instance of?
Personally, no. I have not seen any instances of racism or experienced anything of that sort. But yes, 100% being an Indian, there is obviously a difference because there's a difference of color, there's a difference of language. The other thing is, not saying bad things about Indians, but Australian people are very, very particular about the cleanliness of the country, which India is 100% not. So if you are going there and making nuisance in their country, they'll obviously be offended. So that's the thing. They won't create a fuss if you have not done anything with them.
Ma'am, if we look at your journey, it seems like a roller coaster. Initially you opted for PCM, parallelly you performed in reality shows, and presently you are working as a product and portfolio manager. But what are the factors behind these types of transitions?
To be honest, it was all luck. Fortunately or unfortunately, I never wanted to go for PCM. I was sitting in a commerce class when my mother came and she's like, no, you have to study science, non-med, engineering. But there was no interest, to be honest. I just didn't because I had to do it. It's not like I was 100% forced or I didn't have interest in it. It's more, I'm the kind of person who will give their best in whatever they're doing. So that is one of the things in me. Dance career took off when I completed my 12th. I was already in my bachelor's. I got a very good opportunity. Someone from Delhi was here. They were teaching a workshop. They saw some talent in me. They offered me a sponsorship and a scholarship in their studio, dance studio, which is based in Delhi. So I was there. I never paid a single rupee in my training. It was all for free. I also worked there. My college was very, very supportive in terms of, it was a regular degree, but I did it as a correspondence. I was hardly ever in the class. I only came for my exams. and I was majorly focusing on my dancing career. So I think I had support from a lot of people. It was a very lucky and a fortunate time for me.
Yeah, listening to what you just said, it can be concluded that you do the best in whatever you choose. Or you chose you chose PCL, so you decided to go for it. Yeah, 100%. It's great. It's a learning from you that all the students can take up.
Dance as well as study. It must have been hard juggling between these two. So how did you manage your time between your academics and your dance?
So, like as I said, I was hardly ever here, ever present in the college. It was only during the exams. I think the people who supported me the most during that time were my parents, number one. I had a few friends. I used to come 2 days before my exams. Used to go to their house. They would teach me. I would learn everything, and then I'd give my exams. And even from the teachers as well, I got a lot of support. So when you have very supportive people around you, I think it gets a little bit easier. And then you just need determination and passion for whatever you do.
So you're lucky to have good friends.
100% lucky to have good friends.
And as many of the Tier 3 cities lack opportunities. So now, how was your journey from a Tier 3 city to such big reality shows and metropolitan cities?
The culture was very different, obviously. Cultural values are very different. The kind of people that you deal with are very different as well. In a city like Rudrapur, you will always find people who are humble, who are generous, who are kind, who talk very nicely. But if you go to Delhi, you go to Mumbai, the people are really, really hard on you. They will give you the feedback, not sugar-coatedly, but they'll just give you the feedback that you would not like or can demotivate you as well. So it's just, I think it depends on your personality and how you want to pursue things in life. If you know what you're doing is right, then the opinion of other people, I don't think that matters.
And as you are being into performing arts, so ma'am, what was your mantra for facing criticism? Because nowadays it's a very big task to handle a small criticism as well. So what worked for you to handle criticism?
This is just my personal opinion. Whatever criticism is coming your way, you need to take it as a productive criticism. It will always, whoever is giving you feedback, criticizing your skills, criticizing like anything, I feel that you just need to take it very positively and just use it productively in your life. It will definitely change a lot and you will learn a lot in life as well. And just know that if you actually think that some people are negatively impacting you, then it's not their fault or it's not their weakness, it's our weakness. We just need to focus on what we need to do. We need to be very positive in life and just focus on being very productive and improving ourselves every day.
It must have been very challenging. So how do you think you faced those challenges that were being in front of you?
Just from a dancing perspective?
From both perspective, like in studies as well as in dance. Like how you face the challenges that were in front of you.
Yeah, as I said, you just need to put all your heart, your determination and your hard work into whatever you're doing. And I believe what I was doing or I'm right now, whatever I'm doing the right thing in life, which is why, where I am, how I am and what I am. And you just need to have very like a positive mindset, career-driven attitude, and just be yourself.
So you believe in following your heart and a positive attitude?
100%.
Ma'am, living apart from family, living apart from the country in which you are born is a very difficult task. So ma'am, as an NRI, what are the things that you miss about
Food. Food is something that I miss about India. You won't get the masala and the spiciness that is here. And also the kind of variety that you get here is very rare in that country. The other thing that I also miss is food being available at any time and every time of the hour. If you go to Australia, 5 p.m, all the malls are shut. You can't go anywhere. Monday to Friday, we work 9 to 5. So if you want to buy something, it has to be on a weekend. None of the malls open after 5 o'clock, so you have to like manage your time. The other thing that I miss is obviously the family, spending time with them. I have missed the weddings of my closest cousins, closest friends. I have not been in touch with them for a very long time. So I think family and food is the biggest one combined.
There must be a lot of students who are planning to go abroad further after their 12. So what piece of advice would you give to them for going abroad and studying there? Like basic advice.
I would say the basic advice would be put your mind to it, whatever you're doing there. If you go from a city like Rudrapur directly to a country like Australia, you get a lot of freedom. It can be misused a lot. You will earn money. It can actually spoil you if you don't use the money in the right manner. It is very expensive to study in Australia, so you just need to think at the back of your mind that if your parents are supporting you, you just need to think that and you need to make them proud. You need to make the most of this opportunity. And this is just my personal opinion. If you're going abroad, you need to go with the mindset that you're going to settle there. You can't be spending 1 crore rupees on your studies in 2 years and then coming back, because it's a very big amount and it's a lot of challenge for your parents actually, to be honest, to give that kind of money and also to give you that kind of emotional support, because they'll be here, you'll be there. You won't meet them for a couple of years every time. It's a big risk. So I would just suggest that if you're taking that leap of faith, just go there, do the best you can and go with the mindset that you're going to settle there. And you will make a good life out of it, to be honest.
So it was in your mind that you will settle there?
Yeah. There was no option. I don't come from a very wealthy family. Very mediocre, very lower middle class is what I would say. They gave me the opportunity. They spent so much money on my education. In 2018, they were going through a lot of struggles, financial struggles themselves. But they didn't support me, and I'm just supporting them back.
They're proud of you too now.
Thank you.
Ma'am, we had an amazing time shooting this podcast with you. Surely this information and advices of you will surely help our students. And I too, ma'am, thank you so much.
And hopefully,
Stay tuned and stay Jaycees.